What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another FIFA 20 video. It is currently about 6:15 in the evening and EA have released firstly some new team of the season so far kind of teasers, and I want to just have a little look at that first, but they've also released a new flashback. If you're here on the video and you're enjoying the content and you wouldn't mind dropping a thumbs up, it would be very much appreciated. I need to get the thing on the screen. And yeah, hopefully you guys are staying home, staying safe, and getting prepared. So here we go, guys. The team of the season information is there. There's a 92 rated card on the left, a CDM that's English in the middle, and a 90 rated card on the right. Now, the card on the left I like a lot because it's got 97 pace, 97 dribbling. I'm trying to see if there's any more giveaways anywhere in here. I don't see anything. I want to have an understanding of who these cards might potentially be. So I want to find the team of the season so far cards. So a CDM that's English, like that almost has got to be... Oh, wait, that might be a position change. I'm looking at the midfielders here. And there is only one English midfielder, and it's Wallace. Maybe it's a defender they've moved. Maybe it's Kieran Trippier. Surely it can't be. The only English players in general... Oh, that will be from the Championship. Oh, that might be Phillips. Imagine if that is Calvin Phillips, because his 84 rated card has 83 defending. Oh, that could be huge, guys. Imagine if it's him. Imagine if it's this guy here. If he gets a boost that takes him to 91 defending, he's going to have like 99 physical, 90 dribbling, 95 passing, 86 shooting, like 85 pace. That will be a monster card. Like, I mean a monster card if that's him. There's also a 92 rated card with 97 dribbling, 97 pace. I'm hoping, I don't know for sure. I mean, that could be Felipe Anderson. I'm half hoping that that's going to be Nani. Like, I don't think he'll get such a boost though. Okay, foot whiz and foot are really like weird. So who do you guys think is going to be these cards down below? Now, Nani has an 83 rated inform with 87 dribbling and 75 pace. It's not going to be Nani. That's super sad. It may well be Felipe Anderson. Of course, he already has an 87 rated card with 92 pace and 91 dribbling. That would make a little bit more sense. That would make a super card. And then who do you think that 90 rated card is going to be? Let me know down below, guys, who you think these cards are going to be. With that aside, there is a brand new flashback CDM, and it's Enquiries Sahin. And just in general, this card is very good. Now, sadly, I just recorded the video and recorded it wrong, so I had to restart. So my live reaction that you guys like, I don't know why I did that. My live reaction that you guys like is not there because I had to restart the video. But this Sahin card, first of all, 5'11", medium, 3-star, 4-star, nice. You know, medium high would be a little bit better. 4-star skill moves is pretty irrelevant on a CDM. 4-star weak foot is nice. When we look at his attribute details, this card is brilliant with an asterisk, right? So first and foremost, 80 stamina for a CDM is not perfect. 85, 88, 90, we're getting into that territory of, okay, this card is coming overpowered. But at 80 stamina, as long as you set him to stay back while attacking and don't use LB dribble with him to drain that stamina, don't, you know, chase back manually with him and chase back manually with somebody else, you should be fine, right? And in general, outside of that, his dribbling is spectacular. His passing is spectacular. His shooting for a CDM is very good. You know, shot power and long shots are insane. His acceleration is good and his sprint speed is okay. And then he has the finesse shot trait and the team player trait and the injury prone trait are, like, don't really mean much. The finesse shot trait means that he gets 99 curve on his shots along the ground. And then he has 95 curve outside of that. So his passing and other shooting is still going to be, you know, quite nice, basically. So this card is nice. And I was fairly pleased to see that it's not super expensive. It's an 83 rated squad with an inform, which is about 35k, and it's an 85 rated squad with a Bundesliga card with a Bundesliga player needed, which is about 95 to 100k. So you're looking at about 120 to 140k, give or take, for this card, which I think is great. And then, of course, if you even throw one Sudamericana card in each, you're reducing that, you're halving that, basically. And then the packs back is a Jumbo Premium Gold pack and a Prime Mix Players pack, which you can save for tomorrow. I would probably save those for tomorrow at 6 p.m. And what's quite interesting is this is there for 5 whole days as well. So 4 days and 23 hours or so remaining. There's also a throwback marquee matchups there, guys, for a mega pack in total. City versus Red Bulls, Nice versus Marseille, Benfica versus Porto, and Liverpool versus Arsenal. Not the greatest packs, a Premium Electrum, a Gold Players, a Prime Electrum, and a Premium Gold Players pack. Of course, this will be worth saving again till Friday at 6 p.m. just so that you've got the chance of hitting those Team of the Seasons, which is going to be the EFL and the community Team of the Season. You know, that's the screenshot yesterday. The leak was kind of there. Not the leak, but the teaser from EA, I suppose, was there. So that's what we're going to get. But what I want to talk about today here, and what I want to look at real quick, just for a few minutes, is actually the Sahin card. Talk to you guys about not a new meta, but a new theory. I don't want to call it a meta yet because it's untested, but a new theory of chem style and what's important. And then looking at the links that you have with Sahin and where you can go with this card and why I think it's good. Now, is 172 a true price? I hope not. Otherwise, I've grossly underestimated the value of this. Normally, I would say this guy needs an anchor. Jack up that defending, jack up that physical, jack up that pace, or a shadow. You know, his physicals are quite nice already. Give him that big defending boost and give him that massive pace boost. But I've been running a series on my second channel called I Rate Your Club. And basically, I've been going into people's clubs, looking at their teams, their players, their tactics, how good they are, and so on and so forth. And some common theme that I found with high-end players, Elite 3, Elite 1, Verified, and Top 100/Pro player levels, is that defenders, specifically fullbacks, they have engine chem styles on. And I kind of asked why, and the general consensus is that defensive stats aren't nearly as important as other stats in the game, even for defenders, specifically outside defenders. And I tried to like think about, okay, so why would that happen in game? What causes that, and where's the logic behind it? And I think ultimately the logic comes from the fact that a defensive player with high agility and balance, great ball control and passing, and a bit better pace is far more valuable than a defender who has lower dribbling stats, lower passing stats, but better defending stats. And the reason why is because passing in this game is already terrible, right? The assisted passing setup, it just isn't really the best. And so the better you can get the passing when passing out of defense, the better. Dribbling is largely one of the most important stats in the game this year. Not just dribbling itself, but the whole combination. And when talking about defensive players, you're also looking quite heavily at ball control and reactions. And reactions really help with rebounds and tackles that break out into the open play and for your defenders to react faster. And then agility and balance help for 2 reasons. Number one, when without the ball, the player turning and getting back into place, the quicker they can turn, the better. And number 2, when you do pick up that ball, turning in general away from oncoming defenders and oncoming pressure is super helpful. And then when coupled with passing is super helpful. So because the tackling is genuinely broken this year, you know, tackles bouncing back everywhere all the time, doesn't matter who you're tackling with or who you're playing with. I did sit there and think, okay, so maybe the engine chem style is the way forwards and something that could be really, really valuable, especially on high tier cards. Let's take as an example Miranda, right? Before we come back to this Sahin card. This Miranda card already has very high tier defending and very high tier physical and good passing, of course, but his agility and balance are quite low. So an engine chem style on him gives him a good pace boost, a great passing boost, and a really high dribbling boost. This is a much more well-rounded defender than just giving him an anchor, jacking him up to 99s across the board with good pace. Even though that puts him to a 98 rated centre-back and an engine puts him to a 93 rated centre-back in theory, and that's why I say in theory. So experiment for me, guys. Experiment for me with engine chem styles on your defenders. But then we've got Sahin, guys, and we've got the links of Sahin. So in terms of Turkey and in terms of Werder Bremen, he's got some links. And he's got obviously Kabak as the centre-back, also from the Bundesliga, which is a strong link, which is great news. And I would be very surprised if Kabak's price doesn't rise because of Sahin. But also in terms of Werder Bremen, you've got Sargent, Eggstein, and Rashica. So 3 players there. And again, I would be very surprised if Rashica and Eggstein's price didn't rise over the next hour or 2 as people look to get them in for strong links. But you've also got Bellarabi, Babu, and who was the other right back? Lena, the right back from the League SBC, that you can link with Sahin in terms of the Bundesliga specifically. And then you also have Jerome Boateng that's there in the player section that you can get the whole time. So there's loads of links for this card, even though it's very difficult to get him on full chem unless you're in a full Bundesliga squad, or trap him with icons, or strong link him to Kabak, Eggstein, Sargent, or Rashica. There's lots of soft links, like Bellarabi that came out is there to soft link to him, as I say, and Babu or Lena is there to soft link to him. Roussillon on the left-hand side, the Futmas Roussillon that was an objective. If you got that, you can soft link to him. And even on 8 chemistry, looking at the chem styles and the boost they give, you know, if you do choose to go for like a defensive option, an anchor on 8 chem gives him 54 in-game stats instead of 71. That's not the world of difference. And an engine gives him 69 or 56. So you're only 13 chems, you know, stats different with an engine. So I still think even on 8 chemistry with just 1 or 2 links is still going to be good for this card. And then one of the other things that I really, really like about what EA have done, I suppose, for the upcoming time on the game, is that straight away, those of you that have grinded hard, you do have a Kanji if you got him to link as well. And you can always go and get this Verstrate card, who is another really good CDM, great physicals, good defending, and again, a decently well-rounded card where an engine on him, again, makes him super, super good. Great passing, good long shots and shot power, great dribbling, good pace. So I think so long as this Sahin card is coming in closer to what I thought about the 120 to 140 mark, which it looks like it is, I think that this is a good card for a good price. Do I think it would be 140k on the market? Not particularly, as I say, because, I mean, you look at Eggstein, right? Eggstein is actually a great example of a quality card, not a super card, but a quality card. 5-star, 4-star, lots of good links, 99 stamina. An engine makes him very decent, and then an anchor makes him, you know, very decent as well. Shadow, quite similar with pace and such. The fact that this card is like 45k, I think Sahin would potentially be like 60k, 80k at an absolute maximum as a tradable card on the market. But EA seem to be not caring about what the card would potentially be on the market, and more caring about how they can drain assets out of a club from SBCs. And so based on other SBCs, this isn't terrible value. You know, this is a quality card. You'll definitely get your money's worth out of him. You can grind him using the Sudamericana or the League SBC system. You can grind him using your upcoming Reds from Team of the Season, where you're going to get some big cards. Market's about to crash anyway with Team of the Season, and this is there for 4.5 or 5-ish days. So I think this card's pretty decent. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know who you think those 3 players are down below as well. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.